Yo, bartender.
Bar's closed.
Hey, yo, bartender, what's good, man? Let me get a drink, man. Let me get a shot.
Hey, man, I know you just pulled up to the bar, but we closed.
Come on, man. You gotta be able to give me a shot, man. Come on.
You look like you need a drink, man, but I hate to tell you this, man. We about to close.
So you mean to tell me all these people out here, they got drinks and they got shots, but I can't get nothing. The bar closed that soon?
Okay, man, I don't know what else to say. I got this shorty half my age at the crib, and I'm trying to get to it. But last call was 10 minutes ago.
You know what? It's alright. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna get you one drink, cause it look like you need it.
One drink? I can do one drink. I can do one drink, cause I really, yeah.
Hey, man, anything, man. Look like you got a lot on your mind and you need a friend right now. Pour it on me. Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome to Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome.
One of the things we want to brought to you by is Dispose LLC. This is a great garbage company that you can go on the website and find all the great things we can do for you. Now, we got all that trash sitting up in there. You've been wondering what to do. Now, you've been taking it outside. They only take so much. Forget all that. Call Dispose and let's get a big old dumpster out there and get all that stuff away from you. Quit saying you're going to do it and you don't. I'm telling you, I used to do it myself. Now, you can call on me and I can get that away from you. All you got to do is give us a call at Dispose LLC. Now, you got to get back to this person that comes in this bad boy smiling each and every time. Now, I will tell you, this man been doing this for almost 6 years now, so he can't be faking the funk that's too long.
All right.
Kraft, how you doing tonight, Big Bay?
Fabulous, Smooth Jay. Everything lovely, man.
Man, I see that smile, man. I'm telling you,
Everything
they don't even understand how special you are. For a man that can keep smiling, that's a practice. It ain't a faking. It's not a facade. Obviously, you happy.
You know what, Jay? As I was listening to last week's show, when I heard you commenting on my smile, I said to myself, "This is the place I love to be."
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
You know, part of that smile is that I just like to be here, man.
Okay.
This is our thing, you know?
That's why I be frowning, because I leave my house, I go play out and we want to be.
I know, but we want to be here.
Yeah. I said when I leave the house.
Yeah.
But here,
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, this is where we want to be. So I'm doing lovely, man. How are you doing, Jay?
Man, I am doing great, man. I'm still smiling, and we got behind the mic. She don't want to be seen this time around, but we still got my daughter in the building. Pam's still in the house.
Hello, Pam.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Good, good.
Gonna act like she ain't a part of this. Another reason why I'm smiling myself, man, is, you know, to be able to look across the room and see her facial expressions. Lord have mercy. That speaks for itself right there, man.
Yes, it does. Yes,
but
it does.
I tell you, man, we are fighting so much now with these high food costs and this gas, bro. I gotta make life decisions at the fuel pump. And when I go in the grocery store, this is starting to be a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't even think I want to fill my truck all the way up no more.
Listen, I had a guy come by my dealership the other day. He's driving a $75,000 truck. Mm-hmm. He's in construction, and he's saying, "Man, them gas prices is getting on my rump." and you know, you got to question when people buy $75,000-$100,000 vehicles. We don't think that they're concerned about gas mileage.
Well,
they are, because it's a part of the equation. Yeah,
we do, because you know when you buy it, your whole expectation is either for your company or for you to get around. It's part of your to me, your business.
Yes. So
you gotta expect to pay fuel, but the higher cost catches you. See, remember, I budgeted.
You doubles your money.
Yeah, so I ain't budgeted for that much.
Yeah.
So it catches you when you start looking at your numbers. Again, I'm very blessed to be able to pay it. But again, I can't act like it ain't having an impact. Yeah. Because again, on my bottom line, it's definitely there.
It's having an impact on everybody.
Oh yes, and food too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
And we haven't seen the end of food.
No,
so,
I'm hearing it's a lot higher.
Yeah, for those of you who are listening to this show, it is April of 2022, and we are at the beginning, maybe even further than the beginning stages of food shortages behind COVID-19. And so we don't know what to expect, but we just give the man upstairs all the grace and let him do his good and perfect work. And so we want to thank you folks for being here tonight. This is Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay.
In the building.
And of course, we're here to liberate your mind and soul with a fantastic dialogue. And so tonight we're going to talk about my response to having sex on the first date
Ooh, Crab, you nasty.
I didn't put this together, bro.
I know you didn't, but you're still nasty, man.
Woo! My response to having sex on the first date. And I can't wait to hear the woman's side of that equation. That's what's gonna be interesting to me.
I still can't wait to hear my side.
Yeah.
I thought about you, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. So we want to just again thank you folks for being here with us. We're here simply to add value to your life. And we're following Jay's vision, and that's basically wanting to open people up, get people to talk about their concerns, their issues, their problems, and in doing so, we can find some gravy. We can find some healing.
Ooh, I like that.
In that process. So again, stay tuned with us, and of course, we always start the show off with a prayer.
Yeah, man, knock him over the head.
And I didn't prepare my prayer like I normally do, Jay. But
man,
let's just hand it over to the Lord.
We got so much to pray over.
We do got so much to pray over, right? So let's just hand it over to the Heavenly Father. Lord, we just thank you for your awesome goodness and love and your grace and your peace in our lives. We thank you, Father, for all the good times, and we even thank you for some of the bad times, Father, because some of the bad times woke us up, and sometimes we need to be woken up. We ask, Father, that you would keep us strong, keep us persevering on this path of life. We ask that you would keep us in earnest and righteousness. We ask that you would keep us liberated, our spirits positive and whole and complete. We ask, Father, that you would give us the strength to find the mission and purpose that you would have for us and allow us to walk that path every single day of our life. Let there be no life left on the table, Heavenly Father. We ask that you would be here in this show to do your good and perfect work. We thank you in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. And you didn't have no practice for that or nothing. Look how you did that.
Yeah, man. Woo.
Man, you good.
And listen, I didn't finish.
You didn't finish.
I didn't finish. I had two more little compartments I wanted to go down, you know. As Jay and I always say, I'm so grateful to be able to do these prayers every week. Yeah. And what I hope is happening is that, first of all, people are being liberated. You know, the prayers are coming to life. If you listen to it and you agree with it, you should see some manifestations in your life.
That's true.
And secondly, I'm wanting to give somebody the strength to just simply pray. That life does not happen. We're talking about it at work, and we say it all the time. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
So you got to stay focused on prayer, and you got to stay focused on positivity. What does prayer and positivity do? It projects you to the future. See, we're living in reality, but reality is not where we want to be. We should be talking and thinking about this thing we want to achieve or attain or have or be or do in our lives. That's what the Word of God was always trying to teach us. Keep moving forward. No matter what the situation, no matter what the circumstance, keep moving forward. Prophesy tomorrow. Expect positivity. Claim positivity. Ask for more good. Ask for more riches. Ask for more peace. Ask for more love. It is very important that we stay focused on tomorrow. And if we don't, then we're just kind of waddling in this place of there's no potential in today. There's no more potential in today. It's done. It's gone. In fact, tomorrow is here. And if you have not already identified how you're going to create value in tomorrow, it will mean nothing and it'll just fly by. That's why we have to plan. What does plan do? Projects us forward. What does goal setting do? Projects us forward. What does our mission and purpose do? Projects us forward. Everything around us is telling us to project ourselves forward, and yet we want to oftentimes stay sitting in the reality or the right now. The right now is not where the money is. The money's in tomorrow. You need to be focused on tomorrow.
Say it. Say it, Kraft. Boy, I like how you said that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's,
project yourself.
You got to project yourself. I'm going to tell you, Jay, yesterday, I spent much of the day in prayer. Just thinking about the Lord and his resurrection. It meant a lot to me yesterday. And part of my prayer was that I was going to get re-engaged and re-fired up at work. And I said, when I get to work tomorrow, I'm just going to be on fire, Lord. I just want you
Right.
to make me on fire. I want customers in front of me ready to buy vehicles. I want to handle some of these little issues that I got going on. I want to feel positive. I want to be on the move all day, no downtime. It was absolutely a perfect day. It
That's
was
right.
a divine perfect day, and I made money. I had happy customers. I satisfied previous customers who had concerns and issues. It was just a fabulous day. So projecting yourself works.
I agree.
You got to do it.
I had a situation when somebody was talking to me, and that spit was just coming out their lips, projecting. I mean, they was showing me what they were saying, and I was like, "This is a great time to have a mask on because this is ridiculous."
Oh my God.
I was just wondering, can some people realize the projection of their spit? You keep that to yourself. I just need words. Kind of not saying.
So
Okay, I was just
how do you behave? You supposed to act like it didn't happen?
Oh, the hell right.
Or you be like, hey,
Oh
man.
yeah, hey man with the shower, bro.
That's what you did?
I was like, yo, what's happening?
Hey.
He was like, well, what you talking about? I was like, man, all this extra. he was like, man, there you go being silly. No, that wasn't. No. Any other time I'm ready to fight you. Okay,
Right.
Because you just spitting, bro. You know.
Right.
I don't know if your mouth watered up.
You told him this.
I had no choice.
Okay.
Because you ain't gonna keep doing that to me.
It happens to all of us.
Right.
It
But put a
happens to
mask
all of us.
on. I mean, that's the one time I gotta say it. Mask didn't help with Corona, but it can help with your ass.
I'll be honest
Help
with you.
me, help you.
One of the things I've done over the years is my whole profession is about speaking to people and speaking to audiences.
Right.
So I'm either in small groups sitting like you and I, talking business conversation, negotiating or whatever deal, etc. And I noticed that I have to hold my energy back,
Right.
so that I'm not
Projecting.
So
Right.
I'm not projecting. I know that if I start talking, I get excited.
Right, it can happen.
It happens, right? So I've had to subdue myself a little bit in order to make sure it doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna give you another time that normally happen. You don't really mean to is when you talking with your mouth full.
When you shouldn't be talking with your mouth full.
They do it all the time.
People do that all the time. don't they?
Man, let me tell you, bro, what you tell me is when you finish eating.
Listen,
Okay?
I was sitting with somebody with lunch the other day, and I put some food in my mouth, but we was having a conversation. So I just tried to,
Right.
had a conversation, keep my mouth
With
closed.
my-
With my mouth closed.
With my teeth together.
Otherwise, we might not even had a conversation. Because as soon as I ask the question, he gonna be just put a bite in his mouth, and he ain't gonna be able to talk for a few more seconds. He gonna rush it down.
Don't work out that well.
Yeah, just
I was just wondering. I know I wasn't the only one.
yeah, projectiles.
Yeah.
That's,
It could be.
that's
it
not
could,
the projectile I'm talking about.
I know
Jay.
it wasn't. It's
Projecting yourself in life. You
It
know
came to
what I
my
mean?
mind, bro.
So Jay, what would you say is one of the most important opportunities that you have in life for your personal self? Maybe looking at your weakness. Maybe you're looking at your areas that you need some help with in life. What do you need in life? Because what you need probably somebody else need, and let's talk about that.
Well, some of that is understanding.
Okay.
My whole thing is I have my own way to understand people, and when I ask for understanding, it got to make sense to me. All right, how it makes sense to you might not work for me. So I have to ask for understanding because a lot of times things is communicated, and we're getting wires crossed, and it happens a lot. And I have to step back because I can't always say it's them. I have to look at me too. I have to look at how I'm looking at it.
Okay.
And a lot of times what I've noticed is I have to push feelings out of it or emotions, especially if they talking to me about my show or how I feel. I'm going to get in my feelings fairly quick because that's how it's my baby. It's one of the things I want criticism from both sides. Okay. But I understand when it comes from the bad side, I can't get quickly defensive of why they feel the way they do.
Yeah.
So I notice I have to push back because I want to have a better understanding why they feel that way because it's not what was projected.
Yeah.
We was projecting something more positive, but you put the most negative, raunchiest thing out you can.
Man.
And I'd be like,
oh, that happens a lot.
and I hold my tongue because I really feel, one, I need the full response.
Yeah.
So I always pray for him to give me the understanding and the patience to hear it all the way through.
That's it.
Before I make because I really think I'm quick to judge because I'm hearing it off of you and it's off of what you say. And I really feel like it hinders me because I don't get it all. And then they quick to rebuttal and act like they was going to say something to offset what I just said. And I already know I got you dead to right. So I'm learning to be more patient just to sit back to get it all because I'm going to counter everything you got to say. in a professional way as best as possible.
Yeah,
but it don't work out that well when I get my feelings because I'm gonna cut your ass.
No, when you get in your feelings, that's the part, right? And that's why we need. Here. Listen to this carefully. When he gets in his feelings, he's asking for understanding. What he's really interested in is what he said: patience.
Yes.
Right? Because without understanding, there will be no patience. Or if he just asks for patience, I will say, well, how do you get more patience? You'll get that through greater understanding. And, you know, I tell you what, Jay, it just seems like you have to let the world go nowadays, man. Expecting something from the world will always kind of disappoint you. You know what I mean? And this is an extreme comment to follow up on that, but, you know, Jay-Z says he done had everything. He done had all the V12s. He done had all of this. He done had everything, right? And he got tired of it. Okay. So we will get tired of things that we'll change.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to change. What we used to be patient about, your children used to do X, Y, and Z, and you were okay with it. Now when your children do X, Y, and Z, you want to grit your teeth. You want to spank some butt. You want to, now when your spouse used to do X, Y, and Z, but now they've been doing it so long, it's got so much. Your emotions are attached. Now you get upset. Right. Now the things that they used to do and get away with, they do it now, and it causes a fight. It causes upset. It causes miscommunication. Right? There's only one real answer for patience, and that ultimately comes down to God. But ultimately, it would help us all to stop expecting other people to satisfy our needs. Listen to that carefully.
Okay.
The reason that one might get upset because of what somebody says or interprets or etc. The reason you care. And because you care, now you're leaning on their answer, and their answer don't be what you want, you get upset.
Right.
But you didn't get upset because of what they said, you got upset because how you responded to their answer.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Because they didn't give you the validation you was looking for.
Yeah, that's right.
And we had a preconception of what you want, and they don't get it.
There you go. And we don't need other people to validate us.
That's
correct. That's so correct. Important because other people validating us means that we're not really standing on our own merit. We're not really standing on our own spirit. You're not feeling yourself. Yeah, we're needing somebody else to help us through this process, and it just doesn't work, folks. So let's just stop expecting it, shall we?
I'll tell you what, it'll be less disappointment when you do.
Yes, it is. It is just about time for us to take our first break, and so I want you folks to stay tuned. We're going to be right back with more Bar Talk with Jay right after this.
Welcome back with Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome back.
Man, I tell you what, every break, man, it's one of them times that you just got to quick reflect. And I can tell you, man, just thinking about what we was just talking about.
Yeah.
Man, it is because, again, we don't really take the time to be patient. We so quick to respond. And again, me listening to myself, I was like, man, how many times was I able to sit back and listen to a person's whole rambling just to sit back and be able to say, you know something? I was going to respond earlier and cuss them out. Now I can see they just a fool talking.
Okay.
So now with a fool talking, I'm not going to respond as like I was because at that point I'm not changing them.
No need to fix a fool.
There you go. Let that foolish person act foolish.
Yes.
But don't grab my energy.
Right.
And that's what it's going to do. It's going to catapult me to project what I'm looking for you to start doing when they're not listening for me to say that. They wasn't even wanting me to comment.
Right.
They wanted to tell me some other stuff that happened to them without me even interrupting or talking. They just wanted to talk.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to teach.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a teaching moment. But when I start hearing some of the things he was saying, it ain't a teaching moment at all.
It ain't.
Until they accept what you got to say, they ain't listening.
They ain't listening. You know, I gave this document. I created this document to explain one of Minecraft's products. And it was a one-page document, you know, probably had 20, 30 lines on it of verbiage. And I handed it to a young lady who has a master's degree, and I asked her to review it for me and tell me what she thought. Well, she ripped it apart, dude. When I say ripped it apart, I'm meaning like it was red writing all over the one. I gave her the one, take notes, whatever. It was red writing all over it, right? And at the end of it, she was telling me, well, no, this and that. And so she was attacking vocabulary and verbiage, and she was attacking grammar, and it was nothing about that, right? What I needed her to do was to understand if the message was conscious, if the message made sense, if the message hit your heart. Does the message hit your head? Oh, when I hear that, yes, I need some of that. When I hear some of that, oh yeah, man, I need some of that. Like, she didn't receive any of that on the documentation. But let me tell you, I was 38 hot when she gave it back.
I bet you was.
I was mad because, number one, it's constructive feedback is like an attack a little bit.
It can be.
Right? And so she was attacking my work. And so I'm getting personal about it. But when I got out of my feelings, I began to see what she was saying. She still didn't get the point of the exercise.
Right.
But she helped me with grammar and verbiage and vocabulary and the things that I needed to get this document prepared. And so it was a blessing, but I had to grit my teeth in order to receive that blessing. And sometimes we have to grit our teeth to receive some blessings. Right? Sometimes we just need to be quiet while the fool's talking. Don't try to respond. Don't try to make them right. And here's another thing for us smart people in the world, and all of us are considered highly intelligent people.
Okay. What you got?
Let's not try to get the last say in a conversation. Let's just let
you
it
just
go.
do some knives at a bunch of women. I know. I just want you to know that it's
for
gonna be
us,
on and popping. No, we're gonna leave that on them because I'm gonna throw that.
I can't tell you how many times I've checked out of a conversation, and they just still talking and sharing their point, and then when they run out of words, I guess they're expecting me to say something, but I don't say anything. I'm like, okay, well, listen, I really appreciate your feedback. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. I dap you up and I'm gone. I don't want to hear no more from you because you done said some bullshit and I'm on my way. You know?
Let's not act like men don't do that too, though.
No, we're talking about people. We're not talking about people.
Yeah, he said some of the women, you know.
Yeah,
so I just want to throw it out there.
I threw a knife.
Men too.
Listen,
they do.
That's a
Daggers.
major.
Some of them are.
From a man's perspective. From a man's perspective, that's a major point of view. Hey, listen, and I want to know what that little code was y'all just put to each other right there.
You don't want to know that one.
Okay, I saw that.
Just know everybody ain't right.
Yeah, I know we're having a good time. Let's go ahead and jump into our topic for tonight.
Alrighty.
And I can't wait to hear your 2 cents on the subject.
Feel
Jay.
free, my brother.
Goes
Feel
like
free.
this, folks. What is my response to having sex on the first date?
All right. I know everybody know I'm gonna say ain't nothing wrong with it. Before I
What's
even
your
say
response?
that, well, yeah, it's definitely my personal response.
Okay.
Before I even say that, I would tell you it's gonna be up to the chemistry. I can talk to a person and I can vibe with them, get up there with them, and then actually start building a quick chemistry. So now I can really make a quick sound decision if I see this person in that way or not. And then she can let me know how she feel about me. I've had this situation before, and a girl told me she felt uncomfortable because she never would want to do it on the first date. And I was like, well, first of all, who said you was anyway? Because that wasn't really on the table.
Right.
But you know something, what I noticed is the more we talked, the more I've seen she was into me. So yeah, that's all I need. I'm a hunter. So now I see she into me. I'm going to lure you all the way back in. So I'm inquisitive into your mind to wonder why you keep referring to the worstest time you ever had compared to the time I might be able to give you. Because you keep referring everything to the past and how they did you. And I'm kind of interested if you want to know what I can do for you and what we can do together. And then when I start doing that and start having this conversation, some of y'all can say this is nuggets for hollering at a woman. You can do whatever you like with it. It just ain't going to work for everybody. Just understand it worked great for me. Mm-hmm. So the more I started talking to her about the things that I was already doing and a part that I've been nice if she could add to some of the things that I was doing, she was like, nobody even asked me stuff like this. See, you just trying to get some draws. And I was like, what the hell I got to do with what I'm talking about? But I know where your mind at. Now I know where your mind at. It's easy to play you. And my whole thing, I wasn't even trying to play to get them draws. I was really trying to get in your head to see where your head was at. But since your head was there, then I could waddle there too.
Okay.
And it went down. It went down.
Okay, watch this. And the question is, it went down.
It went down.
When you woke up the next morning, or right after that, what was your thought process?
I had a good time. I had a good time.
Had a good time.
I had a good time because I vibe. Remember the vibe.
You had a vibe.
It
had
wasn't
chemistry.
just a smash.
Right.
It was really a vibe.
Well, see, now, smash and vibe. We might need to talk about that
this is it. Because I can just want to smash, and I might not care to vibe. I might not care to get into your. I might not even really want to talk. I want to do this. As somebody mentioned to me, I just want to slut you out. I'm gonna make things simple. Okay. Now, when you hear that and you think anything else, you retarded.
Right.
That's worse than Netflix and chill. I just want to slut you out.
Right.
At this point, it ain't no chase. It is simple. But you want to, that means you want to talk to me some more. See, that's game time. And game is on because I'm full of anything you want to. I'm a best spade player it is. How you want to sit down, and I don't care what kind of hand I got. I'm going to win that game. And that's the whole thing is when you're a hunter and you want something, it's easy for you to achieve it. But I like to get input. I like to know if my player are on the same page as me because we can play harder if you can really vibe with me.
Have you ever had sex on the first date and woke up like, this might be Mrs. Right?
I mean, she was right at that. I mean, I can't
You
just
know what
say
I'm talking
Mrs.
about.
Right. I'm just
subject.
telling you,
Yeah.
she was right.
Have you ever woke up and found
I
like,
mean, yes.
ooh, I think this thing right here could be the one?
I mean, she wasn't even talking no game like that, but put it down like that,
So it was the put it down session that had you thinking about long term?
Well, yes and no. Yes, that made me look, but it made me remember and listen to the things she was saying. She didn't talk that way. She was talking about plans and things she wanted to do. But when she put down on me, I didn't see that coming. She held back on that. She was reserved. So when I'm hearing her aggressiveness, it was always in work. Yeah, she was reserved with that.
Okay.
She was on reserve on that, but she was aggressive in business and things she wanted to do. But when it came to what she wanted to do, like sexual, she was really reserved. She didn't want to say nothing. Man, got that mug in the back. Boy, stop. The reserve went off. She took over. I mean, she
Just took over.
took all the way over.
And how'd you feel about that the next day?
I felt happy.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. And then how she did it, it was just shocking. And it was different. And then, like I said, at the end, she went back to that mildness. Like, you didn't think that was coming. No. She was like, see, because
Sound like
I heard,
she
she
was
was like, I
clothing.
heard you talking.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to match your energy.
She was
and
sound
I'm
like
like,
a-
okay, you
like
did.
a sheep in wolves clothing, huh?
I mean, it was sheep. She
know-
wasn't no nun. I can tell you that.
Somebody made me aware of this. You know how it seems, and I don't want to get any I don't want to go into the stereotypes and genders and all that stuff, but it seemed like a lot of the Chinese women and Japanese women, they just seem like, now they, like they, might take a little bit to get sex with them. They're not frisky. They're not, they don't seem outwardly sexual at all, right?
Right.
But it's a billion of them.
So they're doing something.
They doing something. And what there is, you got that quiet woman who would get turned out when the door closed.
That's right.
And
It ain't for everybody.
it ain't for everybody. And so that woman that did you entertain her as your lady after that? This is your response after having
Yes.
sex on the first date. You was like,
Hell yes.
did y'all go together?
No.
Did
I
y'all?
said I entertained the thought. We had a conversation.
Okay.
I could entertain seeing her long term because of what she did and the conversation that we had. So I can see her
Okay.
long term immediately
Okay.
after that.
Now-
We had conversation, and through conversation, it didn't work out real well. It didn't last too much longer, but the conversation helped both of us have a better understanding where we were.
Yeah.
But that night was still fire, and that night was still a passionate night that I can't take away from.
Yeah.
And I have no regrets.
I think we're at a point where we need to differentiate things here a little bit, right?
How you want to do that?
So it sounds like your experience was you met this lady, however y'all met, you had a first date, you had sex, and at the end of it, you said, hey, this lady was pretty cool. This lady was somebody she might be, keeper. I might be able to hang out with her, do things. We might be able to go together. And who knows? There's something might be there because that's all you really can get when you get up the next day. If it's sex on the first date, then all you can really say to yourself is, let me see how this gonna go. Right? I ain't gonna put all my eggs in this basket, but it sure was a lovely night.
There you go.
What was important about your response on the second half was what happened on the first half. Right? And so you had chemistry, y'all were into one another, you had a good time, you called it a vibe.
It was.
Right? The other side of the equation is, well, here's what happens. So something happened good out front, which made you have a good experience on the back.
Yeah.
What if you were having a good experience on the front and then the sex wasn't all that good?
Then I ain't calling her.
What?
I mean, sex is whack, bro.
I know, but she was a good person, though. She got values and morals. She come from family. She cool. She can hang out. She can teach you something. She might be able to, help you meet some people or maybe, you know what I'm saying, help you find the bag.
Gotta be, she friend. She in the friend zone.
But she just wasn't good at sex.
She sucked, right? So you just gonna keep up with a person that you know good and well ain't nowhere near sexual compatible with you. That's not gonna happen. You have a good friendship of a vibe. I would probably say to myself, I made a mistake by even sleeping with you. Should have kept it in the friend zone.
That's the response that I'm looking for.
That's what I'm just being honest.
He got to a point where he said, I had sex, but I
should have left that alone.
I should have left that alone.
We vibed good as friends.
And he said I should have left that alone because of the quality of the sex. Do you see how you
said that real professional.
I want people to understand what you just said, right?
Well,
because lots of people feel that way, right?
You did.
We've had many a guest here that suggest that if the sex wasn't good, they probably out, right? And I think out is kind of extreme.
It can be,
because you're just throwing people away because they don't have good sex. I mean, they might never been taught to have good sex. They could be the greatest sex partners in the world if you spend some time with them. If you got them, but if you felt their heart and their spirit,
you can feel all that. But let's just be honest. It sounds good, and what you're saying is what everybody want to hear. But let me give you reality. Reality is, if the sex is whack, they ain't gonna respect you the same way, and they ain't talking to you in the way that you gonna care to be talked to. I'm just being honest. So a lot of times, that's why I want to get this out, because we want to say that shouldn't really matter. Okay, well it does, and if we don't talk about it, that's why they're talking about us behind your back, and that's why a lot of relationships get squeezed in the wrong way, because the girlfriend's here, and you out there with them, and you having a good time, and they be, oh, that's him, and you. What they laughing about? This is some girl stuff. It's some girl stuff. They talking about your ass. So you trying to build on something that she's telling her girlfriends, and you a joke. I don't want people just to be laughed at. Please understand, you trying to build something with somebody that's totally going against you, destroying you in another way. I don't want to do that to a person. I would rather feel like it don't work. It's not there. I would rather just end it and be like, hey, that ain't going to work. Then try to drag them along, and then they think it's going to be more than what it's going to be.
I understand, Jay. I understand, right? But I just want you to hear what you just said.
Oh, don't worry.
What you just said was that what we need to do, folk, is we all need to have a good education in the worldly stuff, and we need to have a good education in sex before you can meet Mr. and Mrs. Right, before that chemistry is going to be right enough.
Now, what I'm saying to you, it's great to have a conversation about business and being in tune with business. But when it comes to having sex, it's also wise for you to understand sexual intimacy with yourself. Please know yourself. I've been with women that don't know how to please themselves, didn't know how to do any of that. And it wasn't that great. Chemistry wasn't there at all.
The chemistry wasn't there.
Yeah, it
The
wasn't.
sexual chemistry or the other chemistry?
Sexual chemistry wasn't there.
But the other chemistry might have been.
The other, because I should have left it there. See, a lot of time we push for things we shouldn't even be pushing for. That's what I'm saying to you. You need to understand, everybody ain't to smash. Everybody ain't to sleep with. But again, as a predator, as a man, that's one of the goals of what I try to have. But I'm also trying to have patience to realize, if you really talk to him, you'll realize, no, you don't. No, you don't. And my stuff is just as valuable as hers. And we need to look at it like that instead of trying to spread it with everybody, thinking you're going to get better by applying pressure. Pressure ain't good for everybody. And everybody don't need pressure. And you don't need to be with everybody. And that's what I would really want people to refrain from and understand. It's not always worth it. Sometimes it's worth staying friends.
I totally agree. I totally
what I'm
agree.
saying.
But, you know, a good drink and a late night brings the air, or brings the parts out.
It can make you
Okay,
horny.
listen, we got to take another break. I hope you folks are enjoying the show. We're going to be right back with more Bar Talk with Jay right after this.
Welcome back with Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome back to the show.
All right, man, you getting heated on that. I like that. Like,
Yeah,
you should know, Jay. You can't just be that way. Just don't get rid of him. I'm
Listen,
like, okay.
You know, Jay, I'm trying to, you know, keep the mark of moral and standard code here. Everybody gonna get slutted eye everybody once in a while.
Then I said on the upfront.
Everybody gonna do it every once in a while. Right. Right. So, but you know, here's what I got out of the first segment of this discussion.
Okay.
At the end of having sex on the first date, you're going to be judged.
Facts.
And you don't, and how you're going to be judged is going to be basically your whole life is going to be judged based on how you carry yourself and what you say in that first date. And so if you set yourself up to be a keeper, you're going somewhere, you got something, you're making something happen. But if you ain't got nothing but your ex-boyfriend's problems to talk about, and then we smash, you ain't got nothing left over in the back of that equation.
Nope.
Right? If you want to talk about, you know, if you're not getting to know, you're not, you know, putting a picture of yourself out there that says, I am somebody to know and to be around, etc., then they're probably not going to look at you that way on the other side. You're going to be a quick hit, and then they're going to start judging you out of their life. Maybe you're just going to become the quick hit. Depends on how much you're willing to stay in the game. So, but if they judge you, you know, downly, or if they judge you, you know, to the left, the relationship may not ever even have started.
Let me give you an
So
example.
that sex thing is
huge because I
always want a
had
relationship.
I had a
afterwards,
female
though.
tell me that, you know, first date we had sex, and the thing she told me was she wasn't expected to talk to me again. She didn't. She figured because how it went down, she would automatically think I would have felt she did this with everybody. So she automatically deleted my number and realized that she'll probably never talk to me again. And it didn't go down that way.
Well,
because that was her thought.
You ain't bothered to call me or text me or something?
I mean, well,
if you called her,
that's just it. I did call. And that's what's surprised.
What
She
a gentleman, Jay.
She deleted me. Remember that she deleted me. She
Right.
didn't know who I was because she deleted me.
And she answered the phone in surprise.
To not think I will ever because of what happened.
Wow.
My whole thing is why she thought I sluttered her out. I didn't. And because of the fact she
Y'all
didn't
just
act
had
that
sex.
way, I wouldn't treat nobody other than how I believe they should be treated because she showed me a level of respect in what we did. She didn't tell me I ain't never did this before that because I don't want to hear all that crap. You know, I want to hear that 50 million times. What I like to hear is you made me feel special enough. I wanted to do that with you. And that's real talk.
That's real talk.
But that ain't what we get. We get a lot of playing. Oh, he just think that I'm this slut and I ain't talking to him no more. And then just delete it. Well, you can delete me out your phone, but you can't delete me out your head, and you can't delete what I just did. Because I promise you, what I put on, it ain't gonna be a delete.
Yeah.
It's just an understanding.
Let's hear from the lady. How are you tonight, Pam?
I'm good.
Good. We need to hear from a woman's side of this thing here. Your response to having sex. Your response to the guy who, you know, have you ever had sex on the first date?
That's my business.
Okay.
But,
You know she in front of her daddy, right? I'm sitting here kind of
Also in her
curious.
30s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Pam.
So we just listen. Her daddy putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it out there.
She.
So
about her
okay.
daddy, look.
So how
Be
does one
quiet
to
now,
feel?
be quiet.
I'll let you respond the way you want to respond. My response to having sex on the first date is.
yeah, if I want to.
What do you mean?
If I want to have sex with you on a first date, I will.
Okay. What's the response afterwards? So let's
It's
get in
like
the
he said,
situation.
if it was good, we're going to keep you around. Might just hit you or might just think further. You know, could think about being with you, but it might be for a brief moment. But, you know, just depend on the vibe. I ain't going to be digmatized the whole time.
Okay. There is such a thing on the first date, huh?
Yeah, it
You
is.
got to have it again. Regardless.
No, you ain't got to have it again.
I mean, digmatized, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Nah.
good.
I know what that means.
Yeah,
You know
that's good.
That's good. Yeah,
That's
that
good.
means like, hey, what you doing tomorrow? What you doing tonight?
Bring that over here.
Yeah.
It's like if he hit your crazy buttons, then it's like, nah, you got to bow out gracefully from that one.
If you hit your buttons, you got to buy out. Is that how women think?
Crazy buttons.
Your crazy button.
Crazy buttons.
If he hit
It's
that
a
crazy
different-
button, you feel like you need to get away from him before you get sucked in too much? Is that what it is?
Those is red flags.
Well, tell me about it.
Nah,
I don't
can
get
I
it.
say no?
You
She
brought it up.
She don't want to snitch. Go
Hey,
ahead,
talk
Pam.
to
Tell
a
us.
party.
Help out.
If
Help
a
out.
woman, yeah,
I mean, yeah, I know that. That's what I'm doing over here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if certain buttons is hit, it's like, nah, he gonna try to fuck up your life. Just go ahead and leave that one alone. That was fun for a night. Let's just keep it moving.
really. And you would turn away from such a good loving. You would turn away from extremely good loving.
Who said it was because you hit the crazy button? Don't.
That's one and the same. Crazy button, and it was good. It's got
Them
to be-
two different things.
Oh well, tell us, please, enlighten us.
Break it down.
Yeah.
So it's no longer digmatized as in it's just good sex. You said
Digmatized
crazy.
and crazy button is two different things.
Right.
Okay.
Like crazy button is like I'm about to just like blow down to his mama's house. I'm gonna be there. If he make me mad, I'm slash some tires. You know, toxic.
Crazy button. Okay.
It's best word.
Toxic.
Toxic.
Okay.
Toxic.
Everybody know about
That's
toxic.
not toxic.
Toxic is
Okay.
never really okay. I
That's
get it.
crazy button. That
Yeah.
pull out the toxic. No, you gotta go.
But digmatized is just
No, you good.
you good.
You good.
You didn't get your feelings in too much. You can
Hell
you know.
no. Just yeah.
Okay.
He pleased
Listen,
you.
I want to talk about this crazy button.
You don't know about that, bro?
Oh yeah, I know about
Oh,
it. but-
yeah, I'm about to tell you because I know.
Well, a lot of people don't know about that crazy button.
Oh, I know. Oh,
when you,
what you want to know?
when you start getting light kisses on your neck.
What? Yeah, no, that woman bit
on your-
me, man.
on your
What?
chest.
Yeah, that sucked the hole in my neck.
Yeah. There are people who have sex after the first date and lose their mind. And you're right. They you belong to me. I belong to you. And that's where we're gonna be on. You trying to hear no excuses, no nothing. What time you get off work today? Da 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 da.
Oh, I had them to be like, where you leaving? Where you going? Be like, I'm going. Oh, no, you ain't. You stay with me now.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll tell you.
Yeah.
You know, no, that's staying here with me.
Yeah.
Take that off.
You ain't giving that to nobody
Yeah,
else.
They ain't nobody else. You
All
know,
right.
be like, yo, you know, I'm not down with no monogamous relationship. They was
Well,
like,
well, you
you
should've thought-
shouldn't have fucked me like you just did.
Yeah.
Because what you put down,
You should've thought
leave
about
that here. And no, sir. You, and it's like, she joking.
No,
she
she
gonna go
wasn't
in the
joking.
kitchen, get a knife, and let you know she ain't
Yeah,
joking.
she might not get a
That's
knife, but
toxic.
she gonna definitely make it real
Toxic, yeah.
of how she feels.
She ain't playing, bro.
Because-
out there at your job when you get off. Yeah, I've been watching you for the last hour to make sure you came home on time. Yeah, but you got a job, but
Yeah.
you left your job. See, toxic.
Yeah,
that
I
right
get it.
there is not good.
I get it.
Never
I get
good.
it.
Never good.
You know,
I got questions now for y'all.
You got a
Since y'all
question?
talking about the
Please.
crazy button
Go
for
right ahead.
women. Like, you know, what about for dudes? Like,
The crazy button for men usually is, I mean, unless you do something real freaky in the bedroom and like you can, kind of turn us out. But the real crazy, I think, is gonna come from the conversation. It's gonna come from the vibe. It's gonna come from, damn, I like this one right here, because men. I guess I'm gonna say this. I don't want to get in no trouble saying it, but
Go ahead.
when men look at women, they're kind of all the same, right? When a woman sticks out to a man, it's meaningful. When she sticks out to a man, he might find himself thinking about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, maybe I'm starting. I like this thing, right? So if a woman sticks out like that, in my mind, and I've had it both ways, the woman sticks out like that, and there's sex early in the game on the first date. I'm not gonna fire her, right? The sex is going. I might try it 2 or 3 times. Maybe we'll find a sweet spot together, right? But I'm not gonna turn my nose up at her right there because I value her, and I have had that sex was like, that ain't gonna work. Now I'm trying to be buddy old pal friends, right? And we ain't gonna even go down that alleyway no more. I'm not even gonna let it go that way because it wasn't good and don't seem like it was, supposed to be, and like it wasn't natural, it wasn't normal, it wasn't good. But she's still a beautiful person. She still can be a great friend. You know what I mean? I have made mistakes with women before in that way, and we both could recognize it. We both could, say, but we ain't gonna do that. I shouldn't have done that. And I've had that crazy button. I hit that crazy button a couple times, and seeing the effects of that. So I just value her. You know what I mean? And that's really what I value most. There's always going to be a great sexual experience, but we're not experiencing the phenomena in great people. You know what I mean? Like, we can get our rocks off on a 5 or a 6, but great person is somebody we can live with, somebody we can groove with, somebody we might want to cuddle with. I
like what you're saying, but you still ain't answer my question.
And what is your question?
I said when a man's or yours, if you want to answer that, crazy button is hit. How do you act?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you mine.
It's hard to understand it because you can't see from a man's perspective. I did answer that question.
You did in a way.
I answered it.
Me
in a different way.
I had to leave her alone quickly. She bit me. She was. I mean, first she bit my lip, bro. I was kissing and she bit my lip. Now, this is a person I dated for a while. We didn't have sex right away or nothing. And we always wanted to get together, but we didn't. So when we finally get together, she bit my lip, and I'm like, okay, she's just getting a little wild here. Okay. Then she bit my neck. I'm like, okay, listen, I ain't really into that, Then she bit my nipple. It got to a point where, like, listen, I ain't really like that hurt. Stop. What are you doing? You want me to know because you over. No, stop. Yes, you listen. Yeah, you messing this whole experience up with me. I thought you was gonna be the bomb. Yeah, we vibe. We've known each other forever. You sexy. And now you sexually messing me up. I'm like, right. I'm cringing. It's like, man, we did it, and it was. I was happy to get it over with. I knew I was done.
You knew you was done right in the middle of it.
Cancel Christmas. She was like, man, right. I didn't know it'd be like that. I was like, it would have been so much better if you could have kept them piranha jaws to yourself. I don't know what you was thinking. I mean, she was like, well, my last boyfriend, that was like, you should have asked me ahead of time. Because I ain't asked you about him. I should have asked. Right. And I'm the kind of person, I don't want to know what the last one did. I should have asked. Because she's a Purina child. She needs something to nibble on besides me. Because it wasn't working for me.
I get it.
So, yeah, that was crazy. It was a very crazy experience that we never did it again. That was a one-time.
But watch this. I think what she's insinuating is she wants to know your crazy spot. Like when a woman touches your crazy spot. Like, have you ever?
That's been another one that I talked up like what I was gonna do to her, and her name was Nikki. And Nikki,
fitting name.
Yeah, Nikki was like, okay, I travel a lot, so one of these days I'm gonna swing by there. And I was like, okay, whatever. Nick came by. Nick was looking good, bro.
Yeah, she was looking good.
She came in.
Yeah.
Showed her upstairs. We walk up there. Nick came in, closed the door, and started taking clothes off immediately. I'm talking about already fine. Now my mouth is like dropping because we talked. We never met. This is the first time we meet.
Yeah.
She dropping clothes, and I'm talking about I'm standing there, and I don't normally get mesmerized, but I'm really like, is she really doing this? So I'm thinking she's gonna go halfway down.
Like this fine thing right
here. I'm looking, and she look at me like, what you waiting on? And I'm like, I figured you was, gonna stop it. Yeah. So she took everything off. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I already know what's going to go on. She was like, okay, let's get this going.
It went down.
It went down and kept going down.
Yeah.
It got to a point, brother, was tired. I laid there thinking like, yo, I did this. She gets on top like she's not done. And I'm sitting there like, I wasn't expecting this, okay? I wasn't ready yet. Right. Kept going again. Now, at this point, we both sweating. And she said, I don't normally sweat. Well, get your big ass off of me. We won't have to worry about that no more. It's starting to be ridiculous, pull the covers off. It's hot. We ain't big, but we big enough.
Yeah.
So, finally, we get done. And I'm like, okay, she did that. I got to give it to her.
Yeah.
I said, okay. And I reached over to say something. She was up already walking to the bathroom. I'm talking about a view to die for.
Yes.
I just held the covers and looked at it like, wow.
Call me.
Bro, she came out fully dressed, and I swear to you, she had to get dressed like within minutes, bro.
Yeah.
Most women take their time. She came out dressed. I was still holding the cover. I walk everybody out. It's just the polite thing to do. Right. I was mesmerized. I was sitting there like, I don't think I need to walk out like this. I got to take a moment to get my composure together.
Yes.
And she was like, no. I seen how I came in. I got it. And I was like, no, I got you. So I stumbled. And as I go down, she was like, okay, now my schedule is crazy. So just know, next time it's on and popping, but I need more time. We looking at least 3 days. I was out there, had a tear come out my eye. No, she didn't just do me like that.
She hit you crazy,
bro. She hit, and then she drove off. I was still standing in the driveway watching go. I knew she hit the crazy, but
that's a real crazy.
I couldn't even go back in the house. I wanted to run out. How about now? I got 3 days coming up. When I tell you, she got me.
That's good, Jay.
She got me.
She got you, huh?
She got
That's
me.
a great story, man. I love it. I love it. And unfortunately, folks, we are out of time for tonight. I love the topic. I love the answers. You heard it from rags to riches. Call me.
Right. Holding on to that bad boy.
Holding on to
toes was curled up.
Yes, sir.
I had to get my
Toes was curled up.
What? Oh, she did that one. Oh, man,
you silly.
They was interlocked. I was like, man, if she'd have pulled back the cover, she'd be like, I got you, yeah. They wasn't shaking, but they was so across.
So this has been Bar Talk with Jay. This has been Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay.
I was smooth that
day. And we hope you have enjoyed our program for tonight. Sometimes it helps us to let go of our demons.
I did let go. Boy, I want to pray that. I like it. Thank you.
We are here every Thursday from 7 to 8, Facebook Live. We're on every major platform. Like, share, subscribe. Subscribe. Tell all your friends and family. And y'all keep tuning in to some of this great wisdom and some of this fun that we have here on the show. We love you, folks. We appreciate you. And with that,
we are out.
Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.